Guys, since my video yesterday, we have had a pump for Bitcoin. But look at this. As we were approaching my orange line, the bears took control and we got a little bit of a rejection from this point. But today, I am going to talk about what the next major move is going to be for Bitcoin. Are we now going to start to once again find some kind of top and then continue towards the downside? Or are we going to break through these levels and then eventually also break through this very key level? Guys, today I am going to talk about that. We do have a very important chart I want to show you. This is telling us something very revealing in terms of what's going to happen after the Bitcoin halving, which happens in just 12 days. Guys, this is very important to pay attention to, so make sure to watch this video from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So what can we say, guys? In yesterday's video, I was talking about a very defined pattern here, about a pattern of making higher lows, but also making lower highs here, and that it was only gonna take us a few more 4-hourly candles until we were gonna break through this point. And I said that on the balance of probabilities, because I think that Bitcoin is bullish overall, I would say that it's a higher chance that this would break towards the upside. And from that point, we actually did have a nice little pump here up to the high. It was actually on the 4-hourly time frame above 3%, just based on this small little pattern here. So that is all good. Now, apart from that, what we also did is we broke through this very key point at 68,500, this very key orange line, which, you know, when we had the previous pump, we got rejected. Actually, we went above it. We tried to stay above it, but then came that massive red candle for traditional markets. This one came, and so Bitcoin got dragged along with it. But what I said here is that I think that if this red candle for traditional markets didn't happen, I think we would already be at like $72,000, $71,000. So I still think that Bitcoin would have some more bullishness towards the upside, which it also did. And now we find ourselves right under $70,000 here, which is all good. So what is the next major point in which we're going to see for Bitcoin? Well, for me, I think that we are going to, after some consolidation here, the bears are trying to push us down. But I do think that we are going to get up to $70,000 again, and then we're going to reclaim this point and test the key orange line at 71. Now, this is key because look at how many times we were rejected off of this level the last time we were here. So really, the key point is, yes, first break through the orange line at $70,000, but then the more important one is that we need to break through this where we have had so many rejections from previously. Now, for me, I do think that that is going to happen, but also what we need to pay attention to is the halving. So in just 12 days approximately, you are going to have the halving. So just like I've always been saying, it's estimated at the 19th of April. So you are going to have volatility around and before and after the halving. So is that going to be towards the upside, downside, sideways action? We will see, guys. We will see. But overall, what I've been saying here is that do not underestimate the long-term effects of the halving. Yes, even on the day of the halving, we could see a drop, just like what you saw with the spot Bitcoin ETFs. But over time, the halving is very, very bullish and it's gonna lead into higher prices. So for me, it's only a matter of time until the $71,500 level is broken and we see higher prices. And also for traditional markets, guys, traditional markets are also looking pretty promising here after having this massive red candle starting to slowly creep back up here. So I think that things are looking really, really well. And in terms of the halving, let us try to look at the effects that it's actually going to have. So we already talked about the selling pressure that is going to get removed from the Bitcoin markets now that the halving, the supply, sorry, not the supply, but the daily issuance is cut in half. Now, if you look at the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges right now, it has steadily been going down since October. So you can see that since October, especially since the spot Bitcoin ETF was approved, the supply of Bitcoin on exchanges have been going down. And I think that this is going to continue. And it's not as, as clear right now because we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So if the spot Bitcoin ETF providers are buying up these Bitcoin, then, you know, they are still in circulation, just that it's held by. So really what you would have to do right here is you would have to also add the supply held by the spot Bitcoin ETF providers to know if the supply has been going down or not, in my opinion, right? But nonetheless, supply going down, very, very key, as the halving is gonna cut the daily issuance in half. So that is a very good recipe for higher prices for Bitcoin moving forward. So that is what I believe is going to happen. And also, if you look at something like the GBTC supply, so the amount of Bitcoin that GBTC has, they still hold 325,000 Bitcoin, which is worth about $22 billion at current prices. But if you look at the average outflow from GBTC, so they've been selling on average $260 million every day, right? So it is going to take about 84 days for this to go to zero. Now, it's obviously not going to go to zero ever, but for most of the selling to subside, I do think it is going to take maybe half of these days, maybe 40 days, maybe 50 days, until GBTC might actually start being at a net, net plus minus no flow at all, or just a tiny positive inflow, right? So let us see, guys, but I do think that it's only a matter of time, and it's not that much time. I would say, like I said, 40, 50 days until you probably start to see more or less break even or positive inflows also for Grayscale GBTC, which is going to remove one massive point of FUD as well moving forward for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Apart from that, guys, since we're now seeing, again, Bitcoin pump, it means that we are now in the range in which my trading strategies are starting to trade again. $65,000 up to $82,000. This is the range we want Bitcoin to. If we want to make the most profit based on these strategies, we want Bitcoin to consolidate in within this range. So yeah, that is all well. You can see that we are starting to creep up and starting to become positive here in a little bit again. So that is all fine and fantastic. So let's see if Bitcoin has some big pump towards the upside. This is immediately gonna be at a lot of profit, guys. So just like I've been saying previously, when this has been at like minus $30,000, I've been saying, relax. I do think that this is going to turn around and we're going to start to see profit once again on these trading strategies. But of course, guys, never financial advice. I'm just showing you what I am doing personally. And as you know, guys, people have been making millions using these strategies. And I do think that that is going to continue. But hey, what do I know? We will see with time. If there's one thing, it is that I am always transparent, so you will be able to see everything, at least on the channel. Now, if you want to use these trading strategies yourself, just like I said, they are now in range again, so you would be getting in basically at the very bottom if you open these ones up right now. But if you want to do that, go to the description of this video, scroll down, and then you have OKX here. You can claim up to $60,000 by clicking on this link right here, then click join now. Once you have set up your account, you can then go down, and with this link right here, you will be able to use those trading strategies. If you cannot use OKX, then try BitGet. Click on this link right here, and then once you have signed up and claimed the bonuses, you click right here to start using those on BitGet. Guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.